Introducing Ugreen's new pair of TWS earbuds, the HiTune X5. For the price of 199 ringgit, what makes this TWS special? Let's find out. Okay, so let's just take a look at the box first. It's a rather simple kind of box. And what's interesting here though is at the back of the box here, you have all of the gestures listed out, which is highly appreciated. Thank you Ugreen for doing this, so I don't have to take out the user manual to refer to all of the gestures. We'll come back to the gestures later, so we'll just proceed first. Now, opening up the lid, what we have inside is the manual, which is stuck at the lid of the TWS box. So we'll just leave this aside for now. I'm not gonna touch it. And then we have the HiTune X5 itself, alongside with another box of accessories, which is located at the bottom part here. So let's just dive right into the HiTune X5 then. The case of the HiTune X5 is in this relatively tiny, glossy plastic finish kind of box. I'm not really a big fan of this kind of material because it gets fingerprints really quickly and also gets hairline scratches easily as well. The USB-C charging port though is also located at the bottom, which means I cannot make the TWS case stand and charge at the same time. And at the back here we have a pairing button, which is pretty standard for TWS earbuds nowadays. Opening up the case though, this hinge is amazing. As you can see, it flies all the way back and snaps into place nicely. It's, well, a bit aggressive, but I don't really mind it. It works, and no matter how hard I wiggle it, it doesn't fall back in, which is really good. As for the earbuds themselves though, it's pretty standard in terms of design. I mean, there's really nothing special to talk about them. It's kind of comfortable to wear them, and I think Ugreen also included a total of 4 different ear tip sizes for you to choose from, so you can get the most comfortable fit right out of the box. And this part here is the touch control, which is relatively big and I can execute those gestures easily. But I do wish though that there's a dimple or some sort so that I can feel where I'm touching, which is gonna be a great improvement in terms of user experience. And speaking of gestures, I think we have to refer to the back of the box once again. The amount of gestures and all of the things that we can do with this touch panel is fairly simple. I mean, we do have the basics like play and pause, go to the next track, previous track, volumes up and down, all of those stuff. There's also a gaming mode on the HiTune X5 as well. Activating it does trim down the latency, but by how much? Quite a lot actually. From a quick test in PUBG Mobile using the Zenfone 8 Flip that we have here, there's an obvious delay when we're using normal mode. But when we switch over to gaming mode, the delay is, I would say, barely noticeable, but it's definitely still there, which is a huge improvement. But with that said though, how does the HiTune X5 actually sound? Well, it actually sounds pretty okay, I would say. It's well balanced in terms of its bass, mids and highs. My big band jazz all the way to my electronic music in my playlist, they sound good on the HiTune X5. The bass isn't overwhelming, which is good because I don't like that much bass in my music. One issue that I found out about the HiTune X5 though is that when it's turned on and I'm wearing it but I'm not playing any music, there is a rather huge hissing sound, which I don't know what causes it to happen, but if I don't play any music for some time, then the hissing sound just disappears until I play something again and pause the music. I should also highlight that the HiTune X5 does not have any apps to control the gestures or EQ, so what you're seeing or listening is exactly what you're gonna get. And the microphone on the HiTune X5 is pointing downwards to the user's mouth, which is good. And the microphone does sound pretty good as well. So here's a listen. Hello, this is how the microphone of the Ugreen HiTune X5 sounds like. As for the battery life though, I would say it's pretty standard. You can get about 4 to 5 hours with a single charge at a comfortable listening volume out of these two little things, which again, pretty standard. And all in all, for the price of 199 ringgit, the Ugreen HiTune X5 is pretty decent. I mean, it's surely not perfect because of its mildly noticeable hissing sound, the glossy finish on the case which is definitely prone to fingerprint and hairline scratches, and also the weird placement for the charging port at the bottom. Yeah. Other than that though, the Ugreen HiTune X5 has a very decent sound quality, comfortable fit, and also decent battery life for such a small pair of TWS earbuds, which I think does justify the price tag. So yeah, that's it. That's all we have to share with you about the Ugreen HiTune X5. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.